Welcome to the Science Fiction Podcast. Today, your hosts are me, I'm Zach Larkin. We got AJ Sherms.
Hello.
Sherman. AJ Sherman.
Thanks
Ethan Mitchell.
Yo.
That's it. All right.
for watching.
Today, we're gonna be talking about Red Rising.
Red Rising.
Okay. So, boys, let's talk about some Red Rising here.
Yes, sir.
All right. Sounds good.
So at the beginning of the book, Io, his wife, she just dies.
Yeah, she was hung because she was her and her husband, who's the protagonist of this novel, Darrow. They decided to go to a field for some reason, and they're not supposed to do that.
And then
They got found and
And
he got.
Io was like singing, and then
Yeah,
she got hung.
she was
Yeah,
like, I'm just gonna sing this song, bro, which is also not allowed. And so they hung her.
What song do you think she was singing?
It literally says.
probably WAP.
Yeah, probably WAP.
Yeah, probably WAP.
That's
Maybe
probably
Gangnam
illegal in
Style.
many places.
Yeah. I
No,
wish it
but
was
they
legal
actually
here.
do show the song that she sings. Let me see if I can find
Yeah,
it.
they show the lyrics.
Would you
Yeah.
Yeah,
Would you like
it's-
to sing it for us, AJ?
I would be honored, man.
Okay.
If you like
yeah.
to volunteer your voice.
Where the heck is this?
Take your time.
I'm on page 4 and it's not here, guys.
What page is it on?
It's definitely like in like chapter
Yeah, she died
3.
in, like chapter 3 or
Okay,
4.
we're having some
Yeah.
technical difficulties here. While AJ finds that, me and Ethan will move on to another topic.
Wait, this chapter's called The First Song.
Oh, that's
Oh, I
definitely.
found it.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
AJ,
that-
go
yeah.
ahead.
My love, remember the cries when winter died for spring skies. They roared and roared, but we grabbed our seed and sowed a song against their greed. And down in the vale,
Put some tune into it, man.
dude, shut up! This is my craft. Hear the reapers swing, the reapers swing, the reapers swing. Damn, this is repetitive. Down in the vale, hear the reapers sing a tale of winter done. My son, remember the chains when gold ruled with iron reins. We roared and twisted and screamed for ours a veil of better dreams. And then she died.
Dang.
So-
that sucks.
I know.
That's so sad. Can we get 50 likes?
I know. This is
So we're approaching the 3-minute mark on our podcast. We just hit it actually. So I would like to introduce this week's sponsor, which is Harbor Freight Rope. Actually, you can't get any better hangings than Harbor Freight Rope. Never breaks, never tears. Guaranteed hanging. Okay.
moving on.
All right.
So, this story is very interesting because we do follow the story of a man who is going through quite a change, and not only his knowledge of what he thought the world was, but also in his physical appearance and capabilities. So, Ethan, you seem to be very knowledgeable on this book. Could you explain to us what exactly happens throughout the novel? As had a little voice crack right there. I'm sorry.
Yikes.
Do you want me to
God,
start where we
that must
just
be
left off?
embarrassing.
Pretty much, yeah.
All
I know.
right, so we just left off
Sorry.
on Io hanging.
Yep.
And then
She hung herself.
after that happens, Darrow basically kind of loses his sense of being. Like, he feels like he has nothing to live for anymore.
I feel
So,
after I eat my last Hot Pocket, that's how I feel.
Yeah, I definitely feel that.
what is he? Do you have the PDF, AJ, pulled up?
Yeah.
Because he does something. Does he also sing the Reaper song? And then, because he also does something to get hanged.
No,
for
to
it.
get hung. No, what he does, he
It's
he goes
hang.
back.
Oh, wait,
owns
he
the body.
yeah, he buried Io, and
Yeah,
that
he put
they
the
hung him
body in
for that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's messed up, bro. You bury your wife and they're like, you can't do that. Yeah. So.
But the thing is, his uncle who was supposed to pull his legs to
Mhm,
hang him, didn't
mhm.
pull
Yeah,
hard.
so-
Yeah, he didn't pull
Yeah,
it hard.
I'll take it from here, guys. So the uncle, he didn't pull his legs hard enough, and so Darrow didn't die, and so he wakes up in the shallow grave, and he's like, "Am I dead?" And like, no, you idiot, you're not dead, stupid, you stinky man. And so he wasn't dead because his uncle didn't pull hard enough, and his uncle also gave him like that special drink or whatever, right? Right, boys?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The special
Yeah.
drink. What was that? He was like,
It's probably some alcohol mix because wasn't his uncle an alcoholic?
Yeah.
wow, feels bad, man.
And then-
to that.
He's waking up and he finds out that
Wakey Tom for sure.
and he finds out that the group called the Sons of Ares have, I don't know if I want to say kidnapped him, but
They stole.
they stole him. And their leader, or at least the leader in that kind of group that took Darrow, the dancer, were basically planning this whole huge plot to overthrow the Golds. And rightfully so, Darrow is absolutely dumbfounded at their plan, but
Yeah,
after
Darrow's
that-
dumb.
Yeah, overall,
What a loser.
I hate him.
Literally
Anyways, moving on.
hate him. He sucks. Anyway,
then they go, after that, they so he's with the Sons of Ares, yeah, and then he
they go to
the
that,
dance
They go to that place
Yeah.
and he gets like a sex change basically, but for like his
But not his sex.
But
race.
Right.
his
Body.
race, his
Speaking
whole
of races, boys,
structure.
Speaking of races, let's talk about the different social classes and whatever in the book.
Oh yeah,
All right. So at the bottom of the class, we have the Reds, and they're slaves.
yeah, they're slave
They
labor.
do nothing but mine, like good miner, Minecraft type guys. You know, Steve.
Oh yeah,
Steve,
oh yeah,
Steve.
Yeah. And then on the complete opposite of the spectrum, you have the Golds,
Yep.
which are not slaves. They're the high of humanity.
And that's like Steve also, but Steve Jobs.
Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly. And then and then in the middle, you have like some other people. Like you have the Obsidians, which are like the killers, and then you have
Yeah, they're like the
That's
law
me,
enforcement.
that's me.
yeah, and then you have the Pinks, which are like the pleasure slaves. I guess.
Yeah,
Oh
It's kinda
yeah.
weird. Then you have like the Blues, which I forget what they do.
yeah. There are a lot of colors. Like there are browns, greens.
Brown.
Some are farmers and merchants.
Yeah,
it's
most
kind of a-
most of these classes, you know, they don't really relate to the story that much. It's
yeah, it's pretty much just the
like
ones that
filler
are
info.
important are pink, red. and
Yeah,
like the
And a
races
little-
in Star Wars. Like, who cares, man? They're aliens.
there's some more like the bronzes and pixies that are sort of like golds, but a little less than
Yeah.
pure golds. Especially pixies. The
So-
golds make fun of pixies a lot.
Yeah. And so with this diverse group of social classes, we see that there's a lot of discrimination and racism because the golds like hate everybody because they're better than them. And
Kind of like the 1%. Am I right?
anyways,
Yo, dab me up, bro.
Hey, dap me up.
and so they basically look down on everybody. And meanwhile, people like the Reds, they don't even know that like the golds like live in this great world. They think that Mars isn't even colonized.
Yeah,
And that they're trying to colonize it by
yeah,
Yeah, kind of just like
Reality.
brainwashing these guys.
yeah. The golds are telling the reds that they're like the
It's like
future of
Russia.
humanity.
It's
No,
kinda
it's like
Russia.
Attack on Titan actually. So Ethan, you're knowledgeable on the Attack on Titan series, correct?
Yes, a little bit. Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
so
like
basi-
how
I'll take it from here, AJ. Attack on Titan is actually really bad. It's a really bad show, and you shouldn't
yeah,
watch
quite
it.
a good show that you should watch it.
Do not watch Attack on Titan if you like.
please watch
if
Attack
you
on
like-
Titan.
If you
Sci-fi.
enjoy,
Sci-fi.
let me just tell you this: if you enjoy, being normal, don't watch Attack on Titan.
Well, Zach, nobody's normal in our society.
Yeah, so you know what I was
I'm the
thinking is
Joker, baby.
the Reds are kind of like Russians, and you know it's funny because communism, you know, like Vladimir Putin, where he's like, Yeah, bro. Nah, Russia's the best country, and then all the Russians, or like North Korea, and it's like,
Oh yeah, North
it's
Korea.
like,
More like North Korea.
it's like, nah, North Korea is the best country, and it's like, oh, okay,
Actually,
North
like
Korea is the
really
best country,
bad.
and
But in
then,
reality, they suck.
and then
I
meanwhile
also,
they're like being tortured and like killed because
I
they have
also,
an opinion.
oh yeah, I also want to point out the fact that this is very similar to the caste system in India,
Yeah.
where
If you're
they're
born on
like,
the bottom, you have to stay there.
yeah, and you can't move social classes, and the ones at the way bottom are called the untouchables.
Yeah.
The ones at the
Is
top,
that like real?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Dang.
India is such a poor country.
yeah,
That
for the
sucks,
most part.
bro. I would hate to be in.
they're very religious to where
India.
the priests are like at the top, and then the bottom are like slave labor, basically.
The priests are at the
Basically, yeah.
top. Well, at least the
Yeah.
priests are at the top.
No, these aren't good priests. These are like
Oh,
bad
yeah.
priests, like
These are,
touching
like-
kids priests.
Like Father
Yeah.
Family type priests.
Ah!
Okay,
Bro, we're
moving
gonna get the
on.
R rating here.
Yeah, this is the R-rated podcast. R for Red Rising. Oh, all right. Moving on.
So, all right,
I guess we'll discuss the quote at this point. So the quote that we have chosen is from page 282, which is right at the beginning of chapter 35. And basically the quote reads, "Man cannot be freed by the same injustice that enslaved it."
Deep.
Now, this is quite a complex quote, as I still don't really know what it entirely means. I haven't really dissected most of it. I've dissected quite a bit of it, but my little man brain can't seem to comprehend quite a bit of it because it is quite it has multiple different meanings. But basically, in the gist of it, it means that there's never going to be a point in time where man can be free as long as there's still injustice in the world, or if they cast the injustice, if man rebels against a higher power, such as like a tyrannical government, they cannot be truly free if they force that same injustice that was portrayed onto them onto the people that they overthrow. So in order for man to be truly free, they have to just completely rid the world of injustice, completely in its entirety, all of it.
Yeah, that's pretty hard to do.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty hard to do because you have personal grudges, and if you want to do something bad to someone that did something bad to you, that's injustice, even if it was. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense.
It's okay, AJ.
Yeah, I know. I'm still trying to comprehend it.
It's really deep, honestly.
Yeah.
Such a
This
great
also-
quote.
it also shows how humanity will basically never be truly free. Like,
Exactly.
'Cause
There's
it's
always somebody-
almost impossible to get everyone on the same
So
wavelength.
Chad,
The only,
the
the only way
Eldians-
for us to be truly free is to just go back to like being
Monkey.
cavemen.
Classic example of this quote is Adolf Hitler and the Nazis. Just saying, because they that party like took power over the
Oh, true.
previous political party who were basically screwing everything up.
Yeah, that's what.
And
And when they
Eldians
took
had
power,
the biggest
they
crimes
basically
in
just
in
took
all-
power and kept like all the power to themselves, and that's how World War II,
Yeah, that's
Holocaust.
yeah, that's like what I read. I read that the Dolph he originally was gonna
The
run.
Dolph.
He was gonna run honestly, but then nobody was voting for him, and he was like, you know what, screw this, and so he just became, you know, the man
Supreme
we know
leader.
today.
You know,
the
I
Third
heard that he was
Reich.
going to be an art student, but I guess that didn't work out. for
Yeah, I
him.
guess.
Guess it didn't work out twice, huh?
Yeah.
Got rejected twice. Could you imagine being the guy who rejected him? Like, you're just sitting
The
there,
guy
like
that-
you're probably
I
in the
just-
war, like, dang.
I just
guess I shouldn't have
rejected this
done
Yeah,
that.
man
maybe
from
his paintings
art
weren't
school.
that bad.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
another great example of this is as we see in Attack on Titan, where where the Marleyans actually were were oppressed by the Eldian race, and then the Marleyans actually overthrew the Eldians, and in fact, they actually forced the Eldians onto an island where all the Titans were, and they were forced to live under walls.
Oh,
That was just
hey,
a-
okay. Now, as we're approaching the 15-minute mark here, I just want to thank our other sponsor for today, NordVPN. Now, NordVPN offers free high-speed browsing, safe, secure browsing for only, what is it, 15 a month, right? You know, it's pretty good.
Pretty
And,
good deal.
You know, you can bypass the school Wi-Fi.
Watch Twitch on
Watch
school
some,
Wi-Fi.
Watch some Fortnite gameplay on school Wi-Fi there.
It is quite poggers, if I must say so
Hey,
myself.
don't tell the
Might-
IT department about
It
it.
might be Omega lol.
Might be poggers.
It might be a little big brain.
Anyways, that's been
You
our-
can use
that's been our
code
sponsor.
Drury Coma. Use code Drury Coma to get 15% off your purchase.
Use code Red Rising. Use code Red Rising for nothing.
Just do it just because.
Please buy NordVPN, honestly. Just
Please.
do it.
Please.
We
I
need
beg.
money
This was-
from the
this was-
sponsor.
This was supposed to be for like exposure or something. I don't even know. Like they're
Yeah.
not paying us for this. I don't get it. Yeah, they said like our podcast was just gonna have one viewer and it wasn't gonna be worth it. So
Oh.
you got to prove them wrong.
Well, every viewer matters, man. So
All right. Well, you guys want to talk about like
the parallels.
yeah,
our
the
world.
parallels to how
So,
it
yeah,
relates to our-
There's not very much in common with our world in that.
You got to think
'cause,
outside of the box, bud.
I know, but speaking directly, there's not much at first glance that you see. You know, first of all, they're on Mars. We are not on Mars. We're on planet Earth.
Elon Musk.
Wait, are you for real?
That's his. That's his
Wait,
goal.
wait, wait.
Yeah,
Are you serious?
Yeah, Zach. We're on Earth. Yeah.
Hold on. Let me look out my window real quick. I'll be right back. Hold on.
All right. Now that he's gone, we can finally discuss Attack on Titan.
Oh my god.
Anyway, no.
Okay,
there's a
guys,
lot
I'm
of-
back. What are we talking about?
Attack on
Not a yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we are on Earth. I did not know that.
It's crazy, I know. But
Earth
just second of
shattering.
all, there's a lot more difference between each of the different races, if that makes sense. Like, basically, when it comes to us, humanity on planet Earth, pretty much the only difference between each of the races is like their skin color, and like maybe like a general height of the population.
Meanwhile, in
a hole, bro. You better stop talking now.
But
meanwhile, Red Rising, the golds literally have like superior body structure
Yeah,
compared
all
to
their
the other
bodies are
races.
literally just better than the others.
Like-
Like they're
literally-
bodybuilders compared to
Didn't-
the Reds
didn't it
that
say,
are
like-
scrawny.
Didn't it say like the Reds marry really young because like they die?
They died.
Yeah.
They literally just die in their 30s.
Darrow's dad died at 25.
Although his dad did die
His
from
dad was
hanging.
killed. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
well, that's a rip. That's a rip for him. He
Can we get
got
a
hung with his dancing
Omega
shoes
wall?
on or whatever.
Also, that relates back to his backstory about why Darrow was like so freaking depressed.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, Darrow's a loser, so.
Yeah. But
I'm built different. I don't know. If it was me, like
I'd intervene.
you are literally a ginger.
I
You'd be
would,
more red even if you were a gold.
dude, I would look like a gold because I'm ginger, bro. The book would not be called Red Rising. It would be called Redhead Rising.
Would that prove the same for Red Dead Redemption, Red Head Redemption?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. But
All right.
anyway, let's get back on topic here. Yeah. So
Are we?
some parallels. The first parallel I see is, with the classes. The pink class actually kind of parallels to like AJ's mom. AJ, nah, your mom's a nice woman, bro. Don't tell her I said that, man. We may get jugged for this.
And basically, the slave class, the Red, provides completely to Zach's entire family, and how they are dirty citizens.
Okay, man, you took it a step too far, bro. Come on, son. I don't regret saying that my
Alright.
mom is a pink, bro.
Do we want to continue with the story, like
Well,
from where we left off
we're
on
almost out
where
of time.
Darrow was?
So let's wrap it up with some finishing comments.
Overall, I thought this was a very interesting book. Definitely one of the most interesting that we have read at St. X so far. Probably
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think
because
I read Ender's Game freshman year, and that was probably better than this. But honestly, this is a solid solid silver
It is
medal.
a solid
This is
book. I might go
second.
read the next couple installments.
Yeah, I can understand people reading like the second and third books because the first one was pretty good,
Yeah,
Yeah. And
it's a little confusing at times with all the classes, but
and all the characters.
there's no
yeah, there's
characters.
There are a lot of-
characters.
Yeah. It can be confusing.
I
but-
did like some of the characters, like Cassius. I think he was a good dynamic between him and Darrow,
That was good, yeah. I was
especially Darrow trying to keep the secret from Cassius that he
Yeah,
murdered his brother.
yeah. That was
And then once he finally finds out, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a yeah. There's a lot of great, there's a lot of great things about this book, and we could go on and on about it, but we're at the 20-minute mark, and he said 15 to 20 minutes, so we should probably wrap it up.
All right.
Anything else y'all want to say?
Thank you so much for listening to our podcast about Red Rising.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank today's final sponsor, Raid Shadow Legends.
Good game.
We almost forgot about them, but we got to include them. They have the best graphics on mobile devices. It's a rich RPG with great characters, great gameplay, great abilities, and all in all, it's a very addicting game that'll have you sinking hours into it. So download Raid today and get free gems from the shop if you use code REDRISING.
All right. I think that'll wrap it up. Thank you, guys.
One
right.
final closing remark. Please don't jug us. All right. Well, it's been a good time. I'll see you in the next episode of the podcast.
Thank you.